everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another video on the buying side of a real estate transaction. In the first video I talked about getting pre-approved, and that way you would know how much you can afford to buy a house for, and then I also posted a video on who I can sell real estate to, but this is pretty much part 2 of the home buying process. So if you are aware that you need to get pre-approved before you jump into step number 2, then I think you're ready to hear what step number 2 is, so just keep watching. The second step of buying a home, and that is actually going out and looking at houses and putting in an offer on your dream home. When you go to look at houses, you'll have already established your agent because you'll have called me first and I get you connected with somebody, and you'll have like a buyer consultation and go through your absolute needs when buying a home, so bedroom count, square footage size, location for the school district, etc. And then you'll go through your wants of maybe a pool or walk-in closets in all of the bedrooms, you know, things like those that would be a plus, but they're not going to be make or break in your home buying process. You'll go through homes that are listed in multiple listing services or for sale by owners with your agent, and you'll compile a list of the homes that you want to see. It's pretty simple. I have a strong recommendation to not look at more than 10 homes. You should be able to find what you're looking for with your absolute needs and then your select wants by seeing the pictures online and reading the descriptions and whatnot. If you're looking at more than, actually honestly 7 homes, but I'll give it to 10 because I've shown 10 homes to my clients, and that's usually at about the 10th home that they've been picking the one that they want to put an offer in on. Anything more than that is just kind of confusing, because then which house had the fireplace in the master bedroom and which one could our dogs not fit through the dog door, you know, you kind of just forget your thoughts on what each house is. So it's best to just not try to look at every single home on the market, but really figure out your needs, your wants, and only look at the houses that have those. So you will go on showings, and whether you do 2 a day for a week or you knock out 10 in one day, that's based on your schedule and your realtor's schedule. So then you'll finally figure out what house that you are ready to put in an offer on. When you submit an offer, you get to choose the price that you want to offer. You would put an earnest money amount down, and we talked about earnest money in the vocab video, but it's this good faith offering that you have the money to purchase a house. So you kind of just give a little security with the offer that is held at the title company. And you choose your closing date, and in Montana it's typically 45 days if you're financing with a loan. I have seen some loans, I've actually seen a loan process in 20 days. It was crazy. And cash payments are like in less than a week. So typically 45 days, so that's 6 weeks. You'll also get to make contingencies in your offer on basically reasons that you could not go through with purchasing the house. So that could be the inspection. If you got an inspection and it came back and those items were just things you couldn't deal with, you needed them fixed, they weren't going to be fixed, then you could walk away from purchasing that house. If you're unable to get financing, you're pre-approved, but then something happens and you actually can't confirm the loan that you thought you would, you can back out of the contract if that's one of your contingencies. And there's a few in there that you can discuss with your realtor on what your best options are and how to protect yourself as a buyer and not be stuck with having to buy a home that you actually can't afford because of the financing. And then there's a bunch of other stuff in the buy sell. So then you would go through the rest of that and just fill in the blanks with your realtor pretty much. And then the last part of the buy sell is the time frame for when the seller needs to respond by. So usually it's a 24-hour period. In some instances you might only give them a few hours to respond if it's kind of like a competitive deal. And in some cases I've given them 2 days because it's a weekend or something. That is pretty much all that you do when you're ready to submit an offer on the house. And then your realtor sends that over to the listing agent, and you just kind of wait for the seller to either accept, reject, or counter your offer. Those are the 3 options a seller has. If they accept it, that means they sign everything that you just sent over to them, 100% agreed on, and you move towards closing. If they reject it, unfortunately, they didn't like your offer. You can submit a new one if you choose to do so. Usually it comes down to the price that you offered, so if you wanted to send in a new offer with a higher purchase price, then you can do that. And then a counter offer is when they send back a document saying the changes they want to make from your offer. So let's just say, for instance, you sent in an offer and you were offering $200,000 even though they had it listed at $215,000, and they didn't want to accept the $200,000 and they didn't want to reject it because they didn't want to lose you as a potential buyer. So they countered you by saying, change this line to $205,000. So then instead of you paying $200 and them selling it for $215, they're asking you if you would meet them at $205,000, and you still get the chance to accept or reject that counter offer. And then depending on that determines if you move forward or if the offer is void and you start looking for a different house. So that is the next step that you would take when you're ready to buy a house. I hope this video kind of helped. If you had questions on how to put in an offer on a house, if you do have questions, you can always comment them or text me, call me, email me, whatever. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out. Subscribe to my channel. I know there's a lot of you that are watching these and aren't subscribed. When you subscribe, you don't get any emails. You just get a little notification on your phone saying that I uploaded a new video. So yeah, you should definitely subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.